meeting. To close this out,
We're not there now.
we're going to have this one. Listen, we're bringing this next speaker. This guy, if I can say anything about this guy, he represents what I call the epitome of what a business person is. Quality of a man, quality of a husband, quality of a leader. I mean, if I can identify, if I can say one thing about this guy, it's first class. So you guys already know that Christian David is celebrating 40 years of career. It's impossible. So I'm going to bring on someone that I think means the world to all of us. None of us would ever be here if it wasn't for him. So guys, help me bring up Bruce Caulk! I couldn't get him to shut up, Bruce.
Awesome job, guys.
I know. That's why Christian. Stay. If you want, I can go.
No. How's those?
Let's go.
Bruce said no.
No, he can stay. I can go. No? Okay, good.
No. He can talk to the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, locker room.
Exactly.
This guy. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Bruce.
Wow. Unbelievable. Let's go.
And okay, I got just a couple things. We are going to roll, and you can't. I mean, what Jake just gave you, come tell us, Jake, is gold, right? You don't need. How many systems are there? Not a lot. How many work? A few. How do you really work? Because there's winners, right? People making money, right? And we all do the same thing in this business. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kitchen tables. Would you agree? At the end of the day, it's clients. At the end of the day, we hire all prospects. All that's there. But the people that go on to do exceptional things take all those things and they customize it to them. They do all the same. And then they are absolutely maniacs on a mission until they get the job done. And even after they get the job done, they continue. And getting the job done doesn't mean for them, it means for a team, a business, and all the folks around. Right? You can get the job done for yourself, you agree? There's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I would say the vast majority of people in Primerica that are successful, when I say successful, save money, came in this thing, were able to make part-time income, even full-time, and they saved money, they did a great job for their family, they helped other families. That's awesome. There are 1,000 more millionaires than there are people that made $1 million. Remember that. So you say, I don't know if I'll make $1 million. Maybe not. But you better save $1 million. You better have $1 million more in cash in your life just because you walked in the door and applied what we do. So and you see someone as good as the folks up here and people that you've seen before, you say, I don't know if I could ever do that. I don't know if you can either. That's all internal, okay? But on the external, there should be zero doubt that you in that chair, no matter what your scenario is, can walk out this door, no matter how you started or what you're doing, and you can get FI.
Amen.
The business was built on helping people get financially independent. We build the business to do it faster, bigger. So, look, I mean, that's why we say, well, a lot of people don't make it. The only people that don't make it here, they either quit, it's okay, right? Because people don't do everything. But when they walk in the door, do they put a game plan together for their life? And maybe they start at $100 a month or $50 a month, and they go to work and they work their regular jobs and they take care of their family, but they keep putting that money away. I know personally so many people that we've helped become millionaires that never did maybe more than 5 or 10,000 in a month, maybe 1,000, did some part-time. So they come in without any Primerica, just taking the basis of what we do. That's why you should be fearless about that part of this business. Really, you might have fear about you. Welcome to the human race. Okay? You may be scared about your ability. I got it. By the way, you have enough. Now, I'm not saying that to pump you up, because that pumping you up is not going to make you, but you are enough. You already have the things inside of you to win. The question will be, are you going to carve it out? That's the question. Visual real quick, okay? People say, I got to do this, I got to. Imagine you're a block of stone. It's not me inventing this, it's people. A block of stone. If Michelangelo is doing the David, right? Did he invent the David? You know, the David statue, right? What did he do? He chipped away at a stone until the David was there. He saw the David in the stone. He saw it, but he had to chip away at what wasn't good to get to the David, which is a masterpiece. That's your business. And you say, well, can somebody chip it away for me? No, that's not how it works. It's your job to chip it away. Could you chip slow? Does it feel like it? Do you think, after chipping for years on that stone, do you think Michelangelo, his hands were worn out, do you think he thought, this is hard? But he kept going. Why? Why? Because the picture in his mind, he saw the Michelangelo before it was shown to anybody else. There's magic in that for you. Because when you walk in the business and people we hire, I know you're full-timers or part-timers or whatever. I understand it's a full-timers meeting. The biggest thing I got some things, and I'm going to get a little deeper into something else I want to talk to you guys about. But you hear these things, you take the notes, it's the new year, right? And everybody does what in the new year? Make resolutions. I would probably firm that up a little bit and make hardened goals. But they make them. And what do they do after that?
Forget about it.
They forget. They get tired. They get distracted.
They quit.
True? I mean, why? Because we're human. Right? So my point to that is when people come in and do that and they get distracted, when you write those goals down and you've already had them, and by the way, most of you have already missed them. Right? You have a choice now. Beat yourself up, say what's wrong with me, and this always happens to me. And continue the conversation that got you to where you're at right now. Whether it be financially or excited about I'm not saying about your kids, your family. I'm talking about, though that may be, I'm talking about you and what you're going to do. So you chip away, we've got that, so I would say to you this about your goals, because seeing brilliance, and these guys are brilliant in our business, right? Now you might say, well, you make $1 million in Primerica, and you are brilliant at something. Okay? Now, common denominator of everybody makes $1 million, different systems, securities, mutual funds, all those things. You know the common denominator? The absolute one that I can guarantee you. They think differently than you. Not better, but it probably is, but it's differently. Because if you know that, man, if you want to do a slideshow of all the crap that people go through, we could do a hell of that'd be a horror show, right? Yeah. I mean, all the dark houses, all the bad things, all the people that quit, all the people that cried, they'll never quit. I mean, you can't believe it. We don't show those. Not because they don't exist, because it doesn't matter. Because everybody who's won has gone through that. So it's okay. But I love the idea because you come to these things and you get these tidbits. I mean, I'm a product of 40 plus years of school. I always got something from somebody who's kicking ass. And especially kicking my ass. Always. I love being around people that were better than me. Because it gave me hope that what they were doing, it wasn't magical. They weren't a 7-foot center in the NBA, and I can't be that. They weren't, a quarterback in the NFL. They were people that did exactly what I have to do, and they did it. Oh, God, that's freedom. It's awesome. But we're going to go back to what I was saying about those goals. You're going to set them. We all do. You're going to, if you've never done it before, or you've never been good at it, or you're going to stop doing it. The goals are right. So why? Why does that happen? That's the important thing. Why do you think that happens? You're a bad person. You don't love your family. No. Why do you think? What do you think? Okay, well, why do you think? The habit's true. I agree with that, right? Okay. What I start off to say, what's the difference in them? It's what? It's thinking. Okay, now let me be clear. It's not foo-foo thing. It's when those folks go through it, and they do, they have figured out in their brain how to, well, first of all, you set a goal is usually more than what you used to do. Is that true? That's why it's called a goal. And that means you've never done it before. Fair? I'm talking about any goal you set that's a goal. And would you agree, the bigger the goal, the more you haven't done it before? And so then you beat yourself up when you miss it because why didn't I do? Are you kidding me? If all we had to do is get people to write goals down and they did them, that's easy. That's a step, but that's easy. That's the easiest. So what if somebody doesn't write a goal? They have no chance because they can't even get it on paper from their mind. Right? So that's okay. That's them. That's all. But what happens when you set a goal that's bigger than what you've done? I don't care who you are. It creates fear. I don't care who you are. I'm not scared of it. You're scared. You're scared. Now, you don't necessarily say I'm scared. You don't shake it, but it creates fear. Why? Because it's the unknown. Would you agree with me on that? Okay. So it's fear. It's the unknown. You can't figure it out. Okay. And what people fail to do is they take their, listen, I've been doing this a lot of years. I guarantee you, but it does in my head. I'm telling you. When they write those goals down higher, they take the same person into those goals that never did. Who's that person? You. Okay? And you wonder, why can't I hit them? Because it's the same person that's taking those goals into a new place, and you think, well, I write goals and we did all this. The goals were part of it to do it, but that's not why they did all that. It's because they changed the person. Your programming before Primerica sucked, most of it. Friend of mine. Never did a goal set, never heard of the word. I had no role models like everybody else. So what blew me away is when I got here, they seemed to have a system that people that came from where I came from and looked like I looked like and didn't come from up here, that there's a system where the people that did what was required and did the systems and worked their butts off and all that, they won. But the difference was, and I got this early. I got it from other part of my life, not primarily, but I got it. The picture in your mind of what you're going for has to change before you're going to hit your goal. And it's very hard to do because why? You programmed it. It's ingrained. Everything that and we all said to ourselves, I'm sucking this. No one ever does it. You do it 1,000 times a day. And you think when you put a goal, or life's not fair, this is not going on, nobody wants to recruit, I always talk to everybody, that all those thoughts, that piles up. Then you write your goals down and you say, oh, it's all different. Heck, no, it ain't different. No. That's good, but now you've got to go, by the way, you can't erase the thoughts you have. Let me help you with that. Why? Because it's your thoughts. So if you can't erase it, you say, Bruce, I'm going to fail. No. What you have to do is you have to override it. Overwrite the programming in your brain. Which is hard to do because it's what? Programming. Yeah. It sounds easy. But you have to, so I'm talking right now, it's January. You want your year to be different. You want just another failure, or another time I put my goals down, forget that. That's not why you're failing. You're failing because you're saying, I'm taking the old me and trying to create a new me. You hear what I just said? Is that fact? You think that's fair? Yeah. It's fair, right? Old me. Listen, here's a phrase I want you to understand. When you take when you're going to try to do something and you put your goals in, I don't care, I got to talk to 3 people, I talk to 1. Okay, that's what happens. Here's what happens. You've got to say to yourself, begin these kind of reprogramming. Simple. It's very simple. But you cannot believe what it does over time. It's like it took you how old you are, how long you've been on this earth to build your set of beliefs. And they're limiting. Why? Because most people aren't living the life they want to live. Agree? And then we go to primary and say, you live all these lives, and that's all true, blah, blah, blah. But I still got my brain in here. So if you know that to be true and you have to rewrite that, you've got to start off and start to build some anchors that are different. For example, get your butt kicked. What would you normally do? Whatever it is you want to do, right? Or I didn't talk to anybody because I just was scared, I was too lazy, or I didn't get out of bed. I don't care what it is. Me? I decided to say, okay, failure is part of growth. Only if you grow. If you don't grow, failure is part of more failure. And so the answer is, for me, was old me. Meet the new me. Because that's what you're doing in your brain. You're creating, not a different person, but a different set of programmings for the person that you are, which gives you a chance to do unbelievable things. So, old me, meet the new me. You are enough. I want to tell you this. You are enough. It's not preaching. It's not. I'm not talking religion. I'm just saying you are enough. Second thing I can guarantee you, I'm going to this done because I can promise you this. Okay? Because listen, I can't. No one's going to do a better job than they just came in and did. You're going to take all that information, but if you take it into the same programming, what happens? Failure. I tried what they said, no, but you tried it with the old me was trying to change something without changing old me. I was trying to change a new presentation, but the old me was still doing the presentation. And it sounds great, it looks great, you figure it out, but you fail. You know where I learned all this? In the gym.
Experience.
No. I really did. I didn't need Primerica to teach me that. You know what I realized in the gym? It doesn't care if you have a bad side. Those 50-pound weights, those 500-pound weights, whatever you're listed, they don't give a crap. Either you lift them or you don't. Right? Would you agree? And I learned in the gym that if you want to get stronger, hang around stronger people. If you want to get in better shape, hang around people in better shape. That's how it works. It was very obvious to me. Some of these things, and you've had other experience in your life, maybe one successful at or done some good things. You had the right programming. You said, well, I'm natural at it. I don't know. You might have some natural talent. But this is learned, baby. This is learned.
Bruce, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Somebody just asked, so how do you eliminate that old program?
You don't. You override. You have to put new in. Woo! Okay, it's literally, you have to put new in. Now, what does that mean? What? You have to want it, you have to have desire, but I know people with desire that think better. I know, say suck it up, go, okay, all true. But let's work a little further back. So if I have bad programming, the very first thing you have to be aware of, not just, I've had bad programming my whole life, that's why. No. You have to be aware immediately and become very conscious of your conscious thinking. Okay? Because what's running you is your unconscious, which is based on all your previous thinking. Because all that conscious thinking seeps in the unconscious, and your unconscious mind is more powerful than your conscious mind.
Yes.
You think it's not. I mean, yes, you drive a car because you're conscious, don't drive a car unconscious. You know what I'm saying, right? But I'm just telling you.
But the most people not eating what sometimes they don't eat conscious.
They're what?
They are in automatic pilot.
Exactly. Well, that's what happens when you're not grateful. Listen, that's what happens. You're exactly right when you're not conscious about your conscious thinking. So the first thing you have to do is become conscious that you're where you're at because of all the thoughts you've had your whole life, right or wrong. Mama didn't love you, mama loved you, daddy. I don't know all those thoughts. They're all different. We all have our stuff, right? Would you agree? We all have it. Everybody walks in the door has it. We can't fix that. But if you spend we're going to give the presentation, we're doing, no. They have to fix that. And the people that fix that become giants in our business, or great, or have the idea. So that's the first step, is understanding that that's the first step. I don't care. Yeah, I know I think what I think. No, you think what somebody else has told you to think. Honestly. And then some of those things, you continue to believe those things, so you think that, but you think it's your thoughts. My hope for you in your life is that you break out of that and say, no, I'm gonna control my thoughts. And I'm gonna analyze my thoughts. And when I say something because now I'm thinking about it, because it's not automatic, right? Now that I'm actually thinking about it, by the way, if you're negative, you're always negative. If you beat yourself up, you always beat yourself up. You didn't need Primerica to do that. They just give you a bigger hammer. Right? You know how to use the hammer. Is this overnight? No. No. This is the process. Primerica is a tool. It is an awesome tool. The systems, the people, the experiences, the examples, the folks coming up out of town never override you. It's awesome. But you are the tool user. And if you don't think that's true, you will fail. I'm helping you. I don't want you to fail, but I can't help you win like that. Guess why? Because whose 6 inches is in your head? Yours. It's yours. This all comes to setting goals. It's a perfect time, because about this time of the month in January, people are already slipping. And when they start slipping, they start saying, I always do it. Okay, that's your what? Old you. What kind of programming? Old programming, layered and layered, subconsciously, which is now creeping out into the what? I can't do anything about that. That is so wrong. Of course you can. You have to be aware of it, or you can't do anything about it. It's not secret. Have people overcome amazing things, terrible things in life, and you felt, how in the world? Look, look at Christian. You know, he's had a tough last year. And, you know, so Christian, all the thinking and working on yourself and all that has a tremendous amount to do with the guy that can sit here after coming back from Sloan Kettering for his next appointment to see if the cancer is it. Are you kidding me? And he can do that? Would you agree? I would just say probably, he has maybe at this point right now some things on his mind.
Big time.
Who's in the front row? Who's talking? Who's listening? Who's asking questions? If you didn't know that, you wouldn't know that. You said, well, that's his thinking. It might be layered with faith. It might be layered, but that was learned at Primerica. Because why? Not because of Primerica, because of understanding that what you think about is the most important thing to change override your program. Now, it is not, let me tell you something. This is big. Okay, this is not little. This is not, well, I'm just going to work on my thinking. Forget it. You're out. This will be one of the most monumental things that you have to do for you, to you, for you. I'm just telling you, it is a mountain. You can climb it, you're good enough. It's not, you don't have to be a giant, you just have to, are you good? Oh, number 2, but are you good enough? Let me say something. Are you good enough? The second thing about being good enough, because I want to say this to you. Everything you need already exists within you. Okay? I don't care if you believe in faith, God, spiritual, universal. I'm just telling you, everything you need is already in there. It's your ability now to dig deep and begin to tap it. Because no one can tap it for you. We can help you, we can show you, but it's whose head's in whose head? Yours. Who's all the thoughts in your head? Yours. Okay, welcome to the human race. But now, you wake up and all of a sudden you said, I'm going to do something. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. No. This is where the programming begins. Little drops. I said I'm going to talk to 3 people. Pick us something you said. I'm going to go to the gym. Just didn't feel like it. I don't care what you're thinking about. Because once you turn this muscle on, it becomes very strong in everything. It's not just about Primerica. It's about everything. Christian's a perfect example of that. It's about everything because you understand what's really running you and you're determining who that person is. It's awesome for your family. It's awesome for your kids. It's awesome for your life. It's awesome for your business. Oh my gosh. You are zip, the positive show. You're the person people want to hang. You don't attract what you are, who you want, or need. You don't attract what you want and need. You attract who you are. So if you're not attracting, guess what? Listen, this sounds stupid to you, but I heard this from Hector Mark 30 years ago. And he goes, we're sitting at his thing in his Malibu house, and he goes, I said, Hector, he goes, you just got to raise your vibration. Your personal inner vibration. I thought that was kind of like new wave, kind of, I California, maybe that's how they do it. Maybe that's what they did in their meeting, because they had a vibration meeting. I'm not sure what. But as we talked about, he goes, everybody puts out energy. And if you're always self-doubting, you're always wondering about you, and it's your energy that people pick up. Literally. And it doesn't come from your head, it's from your heart. They've measured stuff in resonance machines, and energy in your body comes from your chest. It's different than your brain. Have you met people that they just seem to, wow, they just are clear. And you're around like, wow, they got something. That wasn't just, they weren't born with that something. Somehow they got that something. They understand the power. So you're going to do things, you're going to see, I'm going to set these goals and go back to, because it's, at the end of the day, you still have to get after it. So when you go to the gym, show me who is viciously working out the hardest, and I'll show you the one's going to be the strongest and biggest. Doesn't mean you got to be. I'm just telling you. I know what that looks like. So do you in other things, right? You know. So you're enough. Everything you need is already existing. When you have an acorn, what is already ready in that acorn? To be an oak tree. How big? Huge oak tree. Everything's there. What does it need? Water and sunlight. Energy. Yeah, energy, right? It's water and sunlight. And the more it gets it, and something doesn't mess it up because the little acorn can't move itself, so hopefully it's in the right spot, and all of a sudden the tree, where'd that come from? An acorn. That is you. But if you're not watering you, and you're not getting the sunlight right, that acorn in you can't grow to the tree. That's why I say to you, I'm not pumping you up, I'm not trying to excite you. I'm telling you, you have enough. Now, what are you going to do about it? So then we go down to these things daily, every day. So I'm going to have 90-day plans. Let me help you something. That's great. But most people don't hit their 90-day plans. You know why? They don't hit their daily plans. They don't hit their daily. They don't hit their weekly. Now you might say, how's your 90-day plan going? I'm pretty good. I said, show me a calendar. If you're not anywhere near on the route to be a 90-day plan, guess what I know? Love you, but you're not going to make it. You're not hitting it. Why? Because I don't like you? No, I'm trying to wake you up. You're not going to make it. Now decide. Choose it now. And then if you're 90 days in, then guess what? You might have to start your 90-day plan again. Because it's not 90 days, it's 90 days you on you. Not beating yourself up, not what's wrong with me. And then you need the sunlight and the water, which is what? Where you're putting your head, who you're around, all the things that I knew already from the gym. Not the primary. So you got the plan. You got the 90-day plan. Hopefully you got it on paper. If you don't, I can't help you because I don't know where to go with that. I need to get around to it. Okay, then that's your program. Because what you prove to yourself is that doesn't work. Because you failed before, now you know that's not true. That's only not true for you. And the person in here. Change it. What? What we say? Old me. Meet the new me. I'm serious. You have to say that verbally. Old me. Meet the new me. You know how many times I've said that in my life? 1,000. Because I fell down just like everybody else. I got my butt kicked like everybody else. And the second, if you're not on it, you start to feel sorry, or you start to believe you can't. And all these creeping doubts go back to what programming? The old program. And now you feel, by the way, I tell you, you feel very comfortable with the old program. Yeah. Because it's yours. Old program doesn't require anything. It doesn't require you to change anything. It requires you to be the same. So we got that plan, we got the 90-day plan, because I want you to leave here and take what brilliant information you got and actually begin to apply it, but apply it with a compounding effect. It's not a meeting. A meeting doesn't change your life. A meeting is a spark to changing your life. That was the greatest meeting ever. Okay? I always ask people, so what'd you do a week after the meeting? Oh, about what I did. So it wasn't the greatest meeting ever. It was just another meeting that your old program took over. The second that meeting was over. And that's okay, because that's what happens. So, only meeting, and then you're aware. You have to be aware of this. And you really have to think about when you have failure or you screw up or something doesn't go, what immediately are you saying to yourself? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, really saying to yourself. Because people say, I don't think about anything. Then you built a system to not think about getting better. The mind is amazing what it can do. So, by the way, all I'm talking about is just changing your entire life forever. In every aspect of your life. Primerica just has to be a very visual vehicle for that. So we got, what's today? Today's 16. All right. There's a rule of I got this is years ago. I'm not but it's like a rule of, they did some studies and they said it takes 21 days to do what? Okay, let me help you. It's deeper. True. It takes 21 days to create a new habit. But it's 21 days of continuously doing the habit. So what happens when on the 15th day you don't do it? You start over for 21 days again. Yeah. Because you can't cheat your mind. You can't head fake this thing. It takes 21 days of literally the same thing to begin those overriding the other program. It's how it works. Yeah. It's just the mind. You don't have to argue this. It's just the mind. You all got one. So if that's true in this 21 days and you start your goals, I heard the first time I heard it was 21 days. And then I realized in the 15th day or 17th day I didn't do it. And it was like, I went back ready and goes, continuous days, which means start from ever again. And I got so mad. I had 15 days into that thing, man. It wasn't easy. And now I got to start over. And yes, you Bruce, that's right. Why? Old me need to new me. That's okay. And these are massive things. But here's the thing. What's massive is when you tell yourself you're going to do something, that you actually do it or keep fighting to do it. Because the second you don't do that, you just program your mind backwards. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Maybe your dream's not big enough. Maybe they don't want to do something in life. I don't. Well, the desire's not. All that could be true. I just know. I'm talking about the mechanics of your brain. So, I don't know where you're at with that. I don't know what you're doing with that. I don't have to worry about your 9-day plan, though it's great to have one. I don't care about your 6-month plan. You know what I care about? Today's plan. Yep. What did you do today towards that thing that was true? Not fake, not I want to tell everybody I did it. I want to explain to everybody I did. I want to tell people how good I did today. That means nothing. The only person you are convincing is who? You. That's the only one. Because when you do that, and you start to do it over and over, you become a magnet. Literally for people. It's weird. People feel it. You're different. Have you met people that are different? You're like, what's different about them? Their mind is so tight in a good way. It's so locked in a good way. You listen to leaders talk of all kinds of things, and they're talking, you're like, wow, that person has hit me like in my gut. The word's okay, but it's the delivery of a person who's done it. And you don't have to be perfect at it. You can suck at it. It's okay to suck at it. You just can't stay sucking at it. Right? So when you leave here tomorrow and all that, listen, guys, certain things I know in my bones, I know what I'm saying is right. And I know you can fight all that, but you begin with little things. Like you said to yourself, think about what would be a little thing that just not for tell your team, for you. What would be a little thing? Anybody do it? You guys know. What? Have no idea what's in their mind, and the ones they do, they have no idea what's going in their mind, and they don't even know who's doing it to their mind. How in the world can we work that out? We can't, but you control that. You're good enough. You can do that. Okay. So, all right. Last thing. I go home with this. I just want you to pay the price of beer. You're here. And I know you want to have the greatest year of your life. And I know you do. I'd like you to work on having the greatest day of your life. If you can't do that, have a great hour. Start small. Do it. The weights, you don't go to the gym and bench press 500 pounds. You never left. You put, what do you put on weight? 2.5 pounds. Maybe you don't even put, maybe it's the bar. Maybe then you put 2.5 pounds, and you put 5 pounds, and you put 10 pounds, and you put 2.5, 12.5. And guess what? Eventually you're going to be doing. If you keep doing that, and you'll be doing more than most people ever walk in the gym. Right? Because it's incremental. That's what this is. And you do it. Little things. This is not, it's massive, but it all comes down to little things. Okay. Tomorrow, I got to tell you guys something. You know, like I said, Christian, I couldn't be more proud of not only as my teammate and for 40 years, the best guy that, you know, husband, wife, Roxanne, that we hired, brought in this business. Did he look like the best guy? Hell no. He did not look like the best guy, okay? But you know what he had inside here? This incremental movement towards better and better. So tomorrow we have a 9 o'clock start. Let me explain. I'm not trying to get you to do anything. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock we have an incredible special thing. It'll blow your mind. It's going to be awesome. Literally, I don't say that, okay? You'll be like, damn. And so, what I know about Primericans in schools is most of them drag in way after 9. Why? Because they're weak. Because they have excuses. Old habits, old them, bring them out. This requires, from the leadership, you guys, and your team, this requires you to put the optimal amount of positive pressure on getting there and being in that seat at 9 o'clock. Yes. And I'm not doing this to get you to be there at 9 o'clock. You trust me when I say it, okay? I'm telling you something will blow your mind. And it won't blow your mind at 9:30. Okay, I'm just telling you. There is a timer on it. I don't want to tell you what it is because I don't want, there's a reason. You'll know. But A, it's an amazing thing. B, it's a recognition in a big, big way. I mean, of the guy that has, I mean, think about it. When I'm humbled in the meeting, just rise back and slow. All these things, yet he's in the meeting asking you questions like him. He's like his life depends on it, right? And he's a drill sergeant. Bam, bam, bam. And this guy just came from testing to see if his cancer's going to come back. And what the hell? And you guys, and when I saw that, it's not about making Christian, it's super impressive, but when I would see people like that, I'd always say to myself, Bruce, what the hell is your excuse? We don't have to agree. I'm just saying, wow, that's focus. Yes. That's intensity. And think about it, what's the energy there? Is he doing that because he needs another meeting? No. He needs to have other people hear the message. That's what drives him. Okay? And but that's awesome. This thing tomorrow, it's 40 years, and that's a big deal, all that. This thing tomorrow is going to be huge for you. It's going to be huge for him. And you can't make people do anything. But I'm just letting you know. 9 o'clock. That's our game. Okay? 8:30. 8:30. I'm just telling you, that's our game plan. Okay, so you get it? Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
It's not about Bruce, it's not about me, it's not even about Christian, it's about you, but it's a little thing you can do for somebody who is, I promise, you might not like everything he says, or what he says, or how he says it, but I guarantee that dude gets up every day thinking how you can do that. For 40 years. Not for 40 days, okay? Not for 4 days. For 40 years. Wow. That's powerful, right? You want to hang around that. So, and then of course you can hear more from the hotels and what their awesome systems are and all that. And I didn't know I was going to be here until, I literally this was a quick for me. I mean, you guys have school, you have great speakers all the time. But when I heard about what was going on, I said, and Jasmine and all the other leaders here, I don't know who was all part of it, I said, oh crap, I've been here for 42 years. Well, look, I'm here for 42 years. I said to myself, I'm not missing that. Self? I'm not missing that. I'm not missing that. So, you know.
Started out doing push-ups together. That's how it started.
We started out doing push-ups together. We couldn't get recognized for anything else, so we just did push-ups. I'm not kidding. Larry Whitedale, we go on a stage, in Larry Whitedale's stage, in Greensboro, North Carolina, and one of us get recognized for something. I don't know, we fell through some hole. I guess we tried to figure out something, right? We tried, and all of us get up and do push-ups. And it's so stupid, right? But that little seed, guess what everybody wants, including the women. They'd get on there, they'd do it with their arms, okay? Why? Because it made us feel special and unique. And from a little seed like that, pride, I think culture, right? That's exactly it. That was the craziest looking culture. That's what we had. So you take the culture you got, man. So from acorns grow oaks, man. All right. So I know we go to Christians, right? For the dinner.
I have some closing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Bruce.
Is not made under pressure. It's displayed. Okay, let me help you with that. That's a fact. It's not made under pressure. It's displayed. The more under pressure somebody is, the more you see the true nature of what's going on inside.
Wow.
Because when everything's good, everybody's good. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yep.
But you see people stress out, freak out. Pressure creates that. In wartime, it's death. Right? It's like you gotta be on it, and that's death. Like, it could be immediate, but it's pressure. The greatest pro players, if you ever saw anything, played really good under pressure. They had talent, but a lot of talent does not play good under pressure. So yesterday, and we went to dinner after our full-timers meeting, I asked Christian, because I'm a curious person, just like Christian is. I ask questions. I want to learn. I have empathy for everyone, right? And sympathy and empathy are a little different. Empathy says, I know what you're going through. Primerica says, tough. I know it. I've been there. Sympathy is when you say, I have not been through what you've been through, and I can't even imagine, and I sympathize for what you're doing. So every one of you have complete empathy from me in Primerica. I know what it's like to go through it. I understand. It's tough. You don't want to quit. All the things. But you don't want my sympathy in Primerica. You don't want to say, oh, poor baby. I know you had a tough day. I know your car. I know. I'm so sorry for you. Why don't you just hold hands and sing Kumbaya? You don't need that from a coach.
Right.
What you want to say, I've been there, you've been there, I got it, let's keep trucking. But then there's things in life and sympathy. When you say, I don't know. So yesterday, I'm sitting in the Christian, I came in last night, or yesterday, and Henry and Vivian were doing an amazing job, and Christian was sitting in the front row. Now, I promise you, there's not a person in this room, and you will not raise your hand for this. Say, who else? Had gone through the crap in all areas like Christian. Serious stuff. Health, serious things. That for most people they would what? Grumble. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so.
Right.
Take them out. They couldn't make it. All like in the last 24, 48 hours. How do you get all those people talking about your kids and all that? This is how. He's in the front row. He's taking notes. It's a meeting for his team and their group and their leadership. And that dude is on fire. Firing at Henry. Just asking questions, the questions thing, right? He was like, boo, 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 boo. And I've seen it a million times. So it was like a machine gun. Henry was like, what the hell? I'm supposed to be a desk man. I got my slides. Okay, I'm going to get to it. It's like, okay, I got it. That's called intensity, by the way. And that's called wanting to do an amazing job for people, by the way. So that's just the way it is. But so he sits there, and we went to dinner, and I was I would say awe. I was so admired, Christian, for how he handles the situation he was in. It was powerful. It was awesome. You know people have it. But when they display it under the most intense scenarios, wow. And so I asked him. I said, Christian, you're in the meeting. I mean, I know 5 people in my hand, anywhere that would have gone through what you did, been where you've been to. He could have said, easily said, hey, I'm a little off. I'll catch you guys this evening. I'll see you at the house. All that would have been easy. And we had all said, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I get it. But he wouldn't have been. And this is for you guys, for your people in this room. I said, Christian, what made, I love to hear what drives people. Because it's all different, but it gives you courage. You said, that's a drive. I said, Christian, what made you show up? What made you look and sit in that meeting and after this and coming back and all the tests you've been doing and all that and, knock on wood, all is good. But I mean, all that stuff, which is super pressure because you don't know. It's unknown. And he said, paraphrasing, but he said, I have a love for my people in this business. I have a love. I want to give. I want to pour into people. Now, there could have been a million other things he said, but when he said that is what? That's his purpose. He has a purpose to give to people. And you are the people, besides his family and friends.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Just like Glenn didn't have to fly in, Christian David absolutely would have made the exact same amount of money he made this month and the next 5 months if he was late to that meeting. But he didn't. Because character's not made under pressure, it's displayed. And I love that. And I mean, we got to go back. We've seen a lot of things. We've done a lot, But I was like, wow, that is amazing. I was proud. I was proud of Christian. Not that he needs to be proud of me. I was proud because I was proud he's my friend. But that was a step up. Because I know on 3 people, maybe, and all the studs I know, all the players that would have done that. And that's because he wants to be somebody and he's done it and he wants to help everybody around him move up. That is awesome. Give that a hand, man. That's where, that's why. Okay, and last, the future. Glenn, some of you weren't here, that's okay, you'll hear it. Glenn put a challenge up. Glenn didn't just come up here and he knows Christian circumstances. He knows all these things. He didn't come over here and just, oh, Christian, you're going to be great. It's that you just keep going. You just basically, keep on keeping on. He could have said that. You've done great. Just coast. Glenn clearly said, what? It's time to be the $1 million. And what's awesome is he gave the simplest formula. You don't have to say, we got this, we got to do meetings. I don't care, whatever you do. Those numbers make that happen. Just like you guys. I think you guys were close, right? Same kind of numbers. He said, you do those numbers, and it was amazing, which I love numbers. Numbers set you free, gosh. He said, out of the last 100 $1 million earners, this is about what they did, no matter what they did. How they did it, Zoom, not Zoom, blah, blah, blah. That's it. So that's 100, which means what? That's like it is. It is what it is. There's no. So now you need to figure out as a team to attack those numbers. Attack them. I mean, really you have to be obsessed with that. And the great news about being obsessed with those numbers is anybody who does them and all the people around make more money. Mm-hmm. It's not obsessed about his number. That's nothing to do with it, because that's not our business model. Our business model, the more people win, the more you win. Great. That's it. It's locked in. So when you leave here and you guys set this up and you figure it out, Glenn's not kidding. Because you think Glenn's going to remember he came to here? You think he's going to remember that he flew here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't do it for everybody. He's going to remember he met, and it was Christians for it. He's going to remember that. Just like he's going to remember at the convention if that happens or not. And I think it happened. Wait, he's not going to forget. Will you? Because he can forget, and he's going to be the CEO of the company, and it's going to be great. What about you? What about you and your family? What about you and your team? And it's not, once again, you screw this up if you say this is for Christian. Because that's not how Christian thinks, and that's not how winners think. They think this is for us, and when we win, we all win who wants to participate.
Yes.
That's how. So it's not Christian, we're going to get you. No. That deflects it. The question is, what are you going to do that happen for you and your team? And then you attack you. Because I think Christian's fine. And I think he's solid and all that. But it's Glenn just threw out the gauntlet right in your face. And he's got a timeline. He remembers it. That's all great. But you guys need to do it for you now. You need to have a whole, and that affects, what's awesome about that affects the newest person in this room.
Right.
The brand new guy or gal sitting there saying, I don't know what's going on, but we're saying, we don't need you, we'd like to have you, but we want people like you to step up and see how good you can be. And we're going to pay you, because when you move up, we all move up. And if you don't want to move up, there'll be somebody else in the chair that will. That's how it works. That's not mean. I mean, if the player can't make the field, what do they got to do? Replace the player. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
That's why schools recruit. That's why, right? That's why they bring up the second string. Let's see what you got. Let's bring up a third string. So that's called business. That's called life. That's everything. It's not mean. It's like, let's go. So Christian, I expect this little milestone. You've already been paid $20 million. I think you could have a ring, right? I'm stuck here. My ring. Okay. You want $1 million ring or $20 million? I'll take the $20 million. Okay. But this is a milestone along the way that says more successful people are in that team.
That's exactly right.
That's the message.
That's exactly right.
Okay? And we define success here by helping people. But at the end of the day, you are in business. And I love the idea that everybody here, when I got here, was talking about income and how much you make. And the more you make, it's based on how many clients you help and people you build. Awesome. I'd go to war for that. Because I can fight for that. Because everybody wins that plays and plays hard. Okay, let's go. All right, so that's it for you guys. You know what it is. Figure it out. You get together and attack. We're going to do this. We're going to do our meetings. All that is great. But focus on the number and then build around to get the number. It's just like Primerica. The numbers never lie. The numbers will set you free. The numbers will make you brave. Because once you know the numbers, if you don't know Primerica's numbers, you're weak. And you think, and it makes you feel weird about you. And not everybody, show me the numbers. If you have a question and you don't know the numbers, learn the numbers and you don't have the question anymore.
Wow.
Because the numbers will set you free. People can be a little strange, right? I mean, they can come and go and do it. Advice, one thing I did really well besides showing up is I really learned the numbers. So they said, you got to hire this many people. Why? Because if you hire this many people, you get this. And if you get this, you get this. And if you get this, they come out of it. And so I want this, but it's got to be here. So the first guy I hire is not going to be this. No, maybe if you're lucky, but it doesn't matter. This is the system. So work the system. Okay. So, Glenn is here. So, great day in Primerica. A great day in the David household that didn't exist. Right? It wasn't even there. A great day for you and all of you who wouldn't be here if this guy had done what he did. A great day for our hierarchy and our team and all the things that go on with it, to have a leader that is a prime leader. Not only in our business, obviously, but the company. How do you find them? You don't. They find you. And then they chip away at themselves until they get there. Right? Nobody made Christian David.
Right.
People helped, all of us. But Christian David made Christian David on his goals and dreams. That's why that worked. So, congratulations, this little plaque. I mean, the plaque is like a plaque, but it's 40, it's just million. You got to give something, man. We're in the business of plaques, right? So, congratulations, Christian David, 40 years of service. Don't stop believing. February 8th, 40 years ago, 1986. Right? 1986, this little train started, and it was a little train. Couldn't be able to make it. And all of a sudden, we have this juggernaut now, a massive business, and all the people that said good things, and he could do another hour of reels of that. That's how our business works. So I'm going to introduce Christian and bring on the Pivotails, and congratulations, Christian, and all the best. Okay, guys, you guys have a great one. Thank you, Christian.